Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We are now in level 6. Today I am going to teach you some interesting ideas in Rupakathalam 6-beat cycle. Before I get into the class, I'll start this class with the Thirukkural. Mun urakkavadu ilukkiyan thanpizhai pin ooru irangi vidum. What is the meaning of it? Tunbam varuvadarkku munbu thannai kaatthuk kollamal maradiyaga iruppavan pinbu tunbam varumbodhu than pizhayai ninaithu varunduvan. If a person is going to be affected by some difficulty in his life, then he should be aware of it prior. Similarly, if he has a forgetful nature, obviously he is going to be affected in his life at a later point of time. So you need to ensure that you should not have this forgetful nature. That is the crux of this Thirukkural. With this good thought, we'll enter into the class. Today we are going to see some basic ideas in Rupakathalam, how a simple structure can be embellished. And these ideas are Palaghat Raghu sir's thoughts. Let's get into the base sequence. Typically we play this was the earlier lessons when I taught you in the level 2, that's how it is. Here he tries to give a rugged sequence structure. Here tha, kita and all are forceful, and then gumki's prayogams are very beautiful, and then gives a stress in nam, and then makes it more grippy. It's a simple phrase. Tadinna, takadinna, tadinna. Talangadakadimitalanga tadinna. Talangadakadimitalanga tadinna. Talangadakadimitalanga, talangadakadimitalangudum. 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 Thalam I am putting is Tissara Ekam. Typically, in Rupakam, people normally get used to this form, 1, 2, and 3. When they sing, people sing in this format. But the right scientific approach is Tissara Ekam is the right one. Ta, 2, 3. That's how we have to put it. Now, here, the ideas, let's see. So he gives an dong instead of giving a full karvai, dumta, duntata, he uses. It gives a rugged structure into it. So it gives a push. It gives a push. That's one of the ideas. Next idea, how he improvised, let's see. he further improvises. Talangu tagada midalangu dong, talangu tagada midalangu, tagadalangu dong, talangu tagada midalangu, tagadalangu dong. So he suppresses that takadimi talang in takai suppresses in the subsequent phrases. That's another way of playing this to get the better thala grip. That's how that's why he introduces these patterns. Let's look at some of the interesting ideas using dumkida tekatarikataka. Here he progressively increases the takadina phrase in between. So this is an introduction. Then later what he does is takadina, takadana, 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 takadana. So 1, 2, and 3, he clubs all these pieces into a brilliant form. Next idea. What he does is he makes the takadina constant. The second takadina and another 2, 3 takadinas, he makes it as tat and tadit in between. This is the third form of variation. Next variation, now he varies this progressively. That's another variation. Next variation. That gives a grip into takatarikataka. It suppresses takatarikataka. It represents as takatarikataka. With a pause, if you can play, that becomes a pattern for tongkatakarikataka. So what we saw now, talangu takadimi talangu, we saw some variations. Domkatakarikataka, we saw some variations. Now, dinakatakarikataka, let's see some interesting ideas using dinakatakarikataka. Dinakatakarikataka is a 7-syllabled akshara. Dinna kitta taka takata rikata taka. I always verify when you're learning something new phrase, it is you have to verify what is that syllable. So it's a 7. In Misra Chapo it comes, it's a 7-syllable. This is beautiful tirmanam. When you are playing in Rupakathalam, when you play like that, it will be ha. So somebody will say Balaya, Sabash. And this is how it's, because it's beautifully structured. Let's look at some of the interesting ideas using Dinakatakarikataka. This one, again the same idea, sandwich the takadina takadana into takadina, takadana 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 into takadina. So these are all the possible ideas using the 3 different forms I taught you. Now again let's view the same 7 phrase in a different form. Takita takadina. Takita takadina dintata. Takita taka dinna dindata. Takita taka dinna dindata. That is one of the phrases using takita taka dinna. The next one, takita from the samam. Takita taka dinna dindatang. Takita taka dinna dindatang. Takita taka dinna dindatang. Dindatang, dindatang, dindatang. That is the next variety of takita taka dinna. The third variety, takita taka dinna tatum tatum tatum. Takita taka dinna tatum tatum tatum. Takita taka dinna tatum tatum tatum. So these are all the varieties using takita taka dinna. So to summarize, we saw talanga takadimi talanga phrases. We also saw tumkita takataka variations, dinakita takataka variations, and then takita takadina variations. Now we are going to see taradana. What all we can do using taradana. Theme. This is one of the variations for taradana. So let's look at the varieties in taradana. The first variety goes like this. The second variety, you further granularize this takita into tong and then reduce it further. First form. Second form. Now you improve this to the next level. Now, again the same concept, takadana, you sandwich the groups of takadana into takadina, takadana into takadina. So both are the same. These are the four forms in taradana. So, net, we saw basic patterns in Rupakatalam, Talangu Takadimi Talangu, Dumkita Takatari, Denakata Takatari, Takita Takadina, Taradana. Using these phrases, we try to see how the forms, abhiprayams are formed by building it, by especially when you're using a 7 phrase. All these are interesting patterns. You have to practice and rehearse, and it will come in handy. As only when you keep repeating these phrases and telling this, it will be memorized, and you can use these vocabularies in your concerts. And I will also try to cover a core way using this taradana, and with this I will conclude this class. And let me play this score way. That's one variation of this score way. The second variation, when you are Tadi kittattum, tadi kittattum, tadikkidagatong. You are placing once. Tadi kittattum, tadi kittattum, tadikkidagatong. You are placing one more times thong. These two thongas can be interpreted as Kidataka, Taradari Kidataka. Kidataka is 2 and Taradari Kidataka is 4. So instead of thong and thong, if you can replace the karva as 2 and 4. First time you're playing 3 and 3. Second time also you can play the 3 and 3. The third time if you want to give the variation, you can give us 2 and 4. It's still the same, but thala pattern slightly changes and it only gives you the grip for how to put the thala. So I'll tell that part also, and then you have to recite three times. First 2 times the same, third time as a varied part. It's a little complex, but you should try to achieve this. So this is the Korvai, ending with Taradana. I think this is good enough for you to ponder over these ideas, because how he has developed all these, and you can try to use the same idea, whatever the other phrases I taught you, and try to see whether you can embellish into these forms. So that's a homework for you. So Dumgidadaka is a 6-syllabled phrase. Daragadaka is a 7-syllabled phrase. You can try to see what are all the equivalent of that, and try to see whether you can tell these patterns and embed onto that. These are all the homework you need to do to get the idea synced into your memory permanently. Let's conclude this class with a Tirukkural. இழுக்காமை யார் மாட்டும் என்றும் வழுக்காமை வாயின் அது ஒப்பது இல். What is the meaning of it? மறதியில்லாத இயல்பு எவரிடத்திலும் எக்காலத்திலும் பொருந்தியிருக்குமானால் அதற்கு ஒப்பான நன்மை வேறு இல்லை. If a person does not possess this forgetful nature, that is one of the best qualities a person can have, be bestowed with. So he is blessed with that particular characteristic, and with this good note, I'm concluding this class. I'll see you in the next class with much more interesting ideas in Rupakathalam.